Hola mis amigos, bienvenidos. Welcome to the deep dive into the abyss of artificial general intelligence AGI, the thing that's going to make us all obsolete. Or maybe just make us better cafecito, who knows. But first, let's chill mi gente. Let's talk about what these tech wizards are even trying to do. They're trying to build a machine that thinks like us, feels like us, dreams like us, maybe even gossips like us. Can you imagine? A robot spreading chisme. Ay, Dios mío. But seriously, folks, this AGI thing is heavy stuff. We're talking about creating a new form of intelligence, a new species even. And we humans, we're not exactly known for our stellar track record when it comes to playing nice with other species. Bernadette, remember the Neanderthals? Poof, gone. And the dodo bird, extinct. And the passenger pigeon, ay, pobrecitos. We humans were like a bull in a china shop. We break things, we destroy things. And now we're messing with intelligence. This could be our grand finale, amigos. But hey, maybe I'm being too dramatic. Maybe these robots will be cool. Maybe they'll be our amigos. Maybe they'll even help us solve some of the world's problems.
Like climate change, poverty. That telenovela just won't end. But I got to tell you, someone about this whole AGI thing just doesn't sit right with me. It's like we're trying to play God. We're trying to create something in our own image. But what if our image isn't so great? What if we create a monster? I know I sound like a crazy old man, but these are the things that keep me up at night. Again, these are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. Because once this AGI genie is out of the bottle, there's no putting it back in. Okay, enough with the doom and gloom. Let's talk about these tests they've come up with to measure AGI, to see if these machines are actually thinking or just pretending. The Turing test, the coffee test, the IKEA test. Ay Dios mío, it's like a circus. The Turing test. Can a machine fool a human into thinking it's another human? As if that's the benchmark of intelligence. I mean, have you met some humans? Some of them couldn't find their Trezero with both hands and a mat. And the coffee test. Can a robot walk into a kitchen and make a decent cup of coffee? Please. Half of us can't even do that. Although I got to admit, a robot that could make me a perfect cortadito every morning. That wouldn't be so bad. But the one that really gets me, amigos, the one that makes me want to tire my chanclas at the screen, is the IKEA test. Can a machine assemble a piece of IKEA furniture without losing its mind? Now that's a real challenge. I've seen grown men reduced to tears by those diabolical instructions. But seriously, folks, what do these silly tests really tell us about intelligence? Are they just measuring a machine's ability to mimic human behavior? Or is there something more going on? Are we getting closer to creating a machine that truly understands the world, that feels emotions, that could tell a good gist? These are the questions, mi gente, the questions that keep me up at night, the questions that make me wonder, what does it truly mean to be human? And what will happen when machines start asking the same questions? These tech whizzes, they're obsessed with brains, human brains. They think they can just crack the code. Download our consciousness into a computer and bam, instant artificial intelligence. Like copying a file, mi gente. Ay, que luzos. Let me tell you something. The human brain, it's not a machine.
It's a mystery, a labyrinth, a fiesta of neurons and synapses, firing faster than a Kisme session at a quinceañera. You think you can just capture that, ball it up like some cheap perfume. Llamas, girans. And even if they could copy it, what then? Would that copy be you? Or just a zombie, a shadow, a cheap knockoff wandering around in the digital world? And what about consciousness? The soul that sparked the saber? Do machines feel? Do they dream of electric sheep? Do they crave abuela's arroz con pollo? Quien sabe? But you know what really grinds my gears, mi gente? These Silicon Valley types with their fancy algorithms and their billionaire dreams. They're so focused on artificial intelligence, they've forgotten about real intelligence, the kind that comes from living, from loving, from dancing salsa until your feet ache. They're so busy building machines that can beat us at chess. They've forgotten how to play domino with their abuelitas. They're so worried about robots taking our jobs, they've forgotten how to create a job worth taking. Ay, que lastima, what a waste. Look, mi gente, I'm not some Luddite. I appreciate technology. I love my smartphone, my streaming services. Heck, I even have a Roomba that cleans up after my perro. But we need to remember technology is a tool. It's a hammer, a paintbrush, a microphone. It's up to us, the artists, to decide what we create with it. So what's the good, the bad, and the fellow of this whole AGI thing? Let's break it down, shall we? The good. Well, maybe, just maybe, AGI could help us solve some of the world's biggest problems. Like curing diseases, ending poverty. Maybe even teaching those Silicon Valley idiots how to dance salsa with some saber. Imagine it. But the bad. Ay, mi gente, that's the part that keeps me up at night. What if it all goes wrong? What if these machines become too smart, too powerful? What if they decide they don't need us anymore? We could end up as batteries for their robot overlords. Or worse, forced to watch them dance cumbia for all eternity. K-horror. And the feo. The ugly truth is, we might just become so dependent on AGI, so attached to our digital assistants, so glued to our screens, that we forget how to live, how to think for ourselves, how to connect with each other. We could become like those perritos chihuahuas, all dressed up in sweaters, carried around in purses, incapable of surviving on our own. Qué tristeza.
So, mis amigos, where does that leave us? Standing on the edge, staring into the abyss, the digital abyss, wondering what the heck is going to happen next. It's like Chibitabo, waiting for the next plot twist in a telenovela. Full of drama, intrigue, suspense, and maybe even a little romance. Who knows? Maybe we'll fall in love with our robot overlords. Ay, que escándalo. But jokes aside, mi gente, this AGI thing, it's a big deal. We're talking about the future of humanity here, our legacy. What will we leave behind? A world ruled by machines, or a world where humans and machines coexist, collaborate, maybe even dance together. That's the key, amigos. We can't just sit here and wait, passively wait, for the future to just happen to us. We need to be active participants, shaping the narrative, writing our own code. We need to remember what makes us human, what makes us unique, what makes us, I can't find the word, but you know what I mean. It's that spark, that fire, that savor that no machine can ever replicate. So mis queridos, let's keep our chanclas firmly planted on the ground, our eyes fixed on the horizon, and our hearts filled with hope. Let's embrace the future.
But never forget our roots. Let's dance salsa till dawn, devour tacos till we burst, and tell chists that make our abuelas blush. Because that, mis amigos, is the essence of life. That's the magic that makes us human. And no matter how smart these machines get, they'll never be able to take that away from us. Punto final.